Traders and residents are counting the cost of adverse climatic change in Minna, Niger State capital. Millions are lost yearly to flood, and this year the cycle has begun a few months into the rainy season. Chenemi Bamaiyi has more on this.
Small businesses are gradually packing up due to the effects of flood in Minna. Hajia runs a restaurant. Shuaibu is a cement dealer. Umar Dansani and 3 others sell tea on this table. Dr. Alexander is a veterinary doctor and they run their small businesses here in Tunga. But gradually, torrential rains are sending them out of business. This is bad for the economy of a state that has the potential to transition from an economy majorly driven by civil service salaries to a vibrant entrepreneurship economy, considering its vast landmass. It is just July, and small businesses are beginning to count losses in hundreds of thousands, and the rains is expected to continue pouring heavily till September.
Normally the shop used to be filled up with flood due to the overflow of the bridge. So it will bounce back, not be able to pass, it will bounce back, then all these shops will fill with water. I incur much losses here because I do sell dog's feed and then bird's feed. So anytime it rains, normally fill the shop, all those feed damage them. So as a result of that, now I stopped selling bird's feed here. For the past 2 to 3 years, I've lost more than 800,000 naira in this shop.
Since the start of the rainy season this year, no one amongst us has lost less than 300 to 400,000 naira. When we bring the items we sell, it gets destroyed when it starts to rain. Sometimes it is our sugar, other times our milk, and you can't use them again.
Whenever
it begins to rain, the flood comes almost immediately and we lose everything we cooked that day. In the last 2 to 3 years, I lost about 12 bags of rice and other food items. Same as my neighbor that sells tea. He struggles to make a living to take care of his family, but when it starts to rain, it destabilizes his business.
We don't have rest of mind here doing business. So anytime the rain is coming, too short, losing a lot of cement, 50, 60 bars up to 100 bars almost every year. But when the rain is coming, we don't even know the rain is coming. We are even expect small rain, or sometimes even though the rain is small, the water will be flooding because you don't have enough drainage to pass.
When it rains here in Tunga, it literally pours. Once the cloud begins to gather, the people say they become wary because their lives and livelihood is at risk of being flooded. In this small apartment, Fatima Abubakar, a peasant gold miner, endures hard times living alone. The flood has weakened and crumbled the walls of her house, and now she struggles to even get a space to cook her meals.
Every year, the rain floods my room. It has destroyed my kitchen. After it damaged the kitchen, I started cooking outside. Yet the flood will not allow me cook outside. Our rooms are constantly flooded with water. I am a local miner. That is what I do just to feed my children, and age is now telling on me.
The neighborhood sits in the heart of Minna, the Niger State capital. Unlike many areas where flood occurs, the challenge here isn't the absence of drainage, but the design of the drainage system.
The problem of flood that the people face in this community is an adverse effect of climatic change. About 30 years ago, when this drainage was constructed, it could take the volume of water that comes from this place, but due to change in climates leading to heavy rainfalls, those rings over there have become too small to allow the passage of water.
And since we majorly, our houses are situated close to the bridge, you understand, we usually find it, so most of the time the water flows into our houses. So whenever the rain begins to flow, it takes our rooms, our properties, our animals. Since you sometimes most of the time will be much concerned about things that are valuable to us, like our credentials, our books. In fact, I personally have lost what is valuable, which is books. So most of you don't even know where. And once the books are like my books we are stuck with the water, I dry at the end of the day. I just have to let go. And our animals sometimes you don't even know which one to carry. You understand? Some will just be hanging as the water is flowing. You see, you pack.
Last year we lost about 2 people here. So most of the economic activity I just seen around here is come to a standstill. What's the problem? Most people are believing that maybe because we're having the garbage put into the system, which is not. The main problem we have now is that point you are seeing, that hole, that cell point. So the volume of water that cannot go into that cell point. So being able to get across, we brought in technician engineers. So what they are advising is to open that place, make that hole bigger into a culvert, open that road. The people was around here yesterday. So what is advising? It's going to take a long time. It's a long time job. So
we have to come together. We put hands together in order to pack all these sand that are here. And then I want to also call on the community living within here that they should not be putting beans and then all garbages in the culvert.
The dream of turning Minna into an ultra-modern city is far from being realized, and it's worsened by the indiscriminate dumping of refuse along the major roads that run through the city. Despite this warning sign right in front of the central bank staff quarters, people still dump refuse, and it doesn't seem like it will stop soon.
One negative attitude towards the environment and part of indiscipline again. We've made provisions for areas where, designated areas where refuse should be dumped. But unfortunately, people don't adhere to it.
Okay, so for example now, we have a problem that this place is a major road and then waste is being dumped here. Is there a designated point that they're supposed to dump waste and not in this place?
You see, in the past, there is a bunker, a very big constructed galvanized container where waste are dumped here. And that prevents spillage of waste all over. Why this place is designated for dumping of waste is because the whole of this area we have problem of planning. Our vehicles can hardly go through some areas to collect waste.
First place, people are putting dustbin inside the drainage. That's the first one. Secondly, when they build this drainage, there's not enough for what can I call it? They make it as rings instead of do it wide. So when the water came, they had to reverse back. So anytime day and night when there's rain, we used to feel, if it's the night we are sleepless.
The people in the community can partner with the government and ensure that this is reduced by at least clearing of the sand that has filled this drainage. Chenemi Bamaiyi, TVC News, Minna.